Hello guys, thanks for watching my channel. If this is your first time of watching me, thank you, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Once again, you're welcome to my channel. The video I'm about to talk about is regarding a young guy that was shot and died by the police in Osogbo. His name is Abiola Olamide. According to his girlfriend, he said Abiola was visiting a friend. His name is Matthew. His friend lived with his girlfriend. So on that evening, Abiola was having dinner with his friend and his girlfriend. Before they knew it, police broke into the house and they shot Abiola. So he was taken to the hospital. At the end of the day, he could not make it. He died. So Matthew and his girlfriend was taken to the station, and after a few days, they were released. According to the police, they are giving a press statement that they got an information that there were hoodlums operating in that area, the reason why they carry out their operation. According to the police, guys, they were criminals. That Abiola, they saw, a gun. They saw so many things, t-shirt, it was wearing a camouflage t-shirt, an army ID card with some charms. So because he was trying to exchange, battle gun with them, that's when they shot him. It is so surprising because, for a police to come up with this kind of statement, I don't think it is true. First of all, if the police were very sure that Abiola was a criminal, when they raided there, they saw Matthew and his fiancée, who were also there. They shot Abiola. They took him to the hospital. And they took Matthew and his girlfriend, they took them to the station, and they were released. Have you ever seen anybody that is an armed robber in that country and they are caught? After a few days, they will release them. I want you guys to leave a comment below for me. Have you ever seen that in the Nigeria content that an armed robber is caught, they take them to station, after a few days they will be released on the street, they say go? No. Police are always fond of doing that because they have made mistake now, because they have shot an innocent young guy who has a bright future. In order to cover up, they will give all sorts of statement. You guys have to be very, very careful in that country, especially when it comes to police activity. My guy, if you don't take care, if you not take care, they will just waste you and waste you away, and they will come up with all sort of statements just to back it up, to cover it up, and nothing will happen. I want to tell you guys an experience that I had. I was traveling from Nigeria. It was actually a friend. I met him, on the aircraft. So he was telling me his experience. He decided to share it with somebody. Do you know this guy traveled all the way from Spain to Nigeria to go and do his father's burial? On finishing the burial, he was going back to Spain. This guy has not been to Nigeria for like how many years? But because the father passed on and he's the first son, he decided to go to Nigeria to do the burial, like the Benin tradition. So when he finished the burial successfully, he was traveling back to Lagos. He took a Sienna bus. He entered the bus. The Lagos road was blocked. They decided to take the Ekiadolo route. So when they got to a checking point, he saw these policemen. He said there were about 3 of them. And he had the Sienna. He was the only person because it was a shattered bus. The Sienna was a shattered one. So they stopped him. They asked him, where are you going to? He said he was going to Lagos. They parked the vehicle. They said yes. This policeman said they took him to a bush part, a lonely part. There they've gotten information that you are a cultist. You sponsor cultists. You do all sort of cult activity. He said he was surprised. They now told him, listen, he told me this. This was his experience. He said they told him, if you don't keep quiet He said the next thing they showed him a dead body on the floor. He said that it was then his senses got back to him that something is happening. I don't need to struggle with these people. I have to take it calm. My people, do you understand where I'm going to? He said immediately they showed him that body on the floor, he got his senses back. I will not struggle with these people, because at this point where he is a danger point. If he decide to struggle, if he decide to battle with these people with words, that might be the end of him. He might not even go back to Spain again. He has come to bury his father. Maybe himself will be the one they will be burying. So he said he just kept calm. He told them that he doesn't know anything about what they are talking about. They said he has to follow them to the station. We will make sure that you are in this country, you are not going back. We will make sure we jail you with all the informations that we have gotten. This is somebody that has not traveled for so many years. You guys should understand what is happening in that country, Nigeria. The police, you don't joke with your life with them. They are nowhere trained, and they can form any story and put it on your head. Nobody will ask them, because they have the higher boss that they settle to. So those ones will be the ones that will cover them, and you're gone. Jeje, when you see police, especially when you are just alone with that person, quietly stay low, listen to them, and sort the problem out. If you decide to do gra with police in Nigeria, they will finish you and nothing will happen. So they took this guy to the station. At the end of the day, this guy paid 380,000 naira. He said it was ATM machine they took him to. A POS. Sorry, it was not a POS that was close to that place. So which means they have POS people that they use. They do this thing through POS so that you will not be able, to prosecute them. It is not their account the money is going direct into. So they took him to a POS. He withdrew the money and gave it to them. That was how this guy continued his journey. He had a very sad experience in Nigeria after how many years? What am I trying to say? You see this young guy that this police has just cut his life short. The reason why they shot him, because he was struggling with them. He was exchanging words with this police. And Nigerian police, before they leave the house, a lot of them, ogogoro, they don't drink. They are high. They are not even with their right senses. Anything they see, they will overreact on it. So Abiola must have said, where is your warrant? I cannot go to the station like that. Oh, then the next thing they'll get him. And that's what they did to him. So they found out that they can no longer cover up their mess. They took him to the hospital, and the young man died in the hospital. The body, they cannot bring out the body. Matthew and his girlfriend that they arrested, they were released. How do you people find this kind of story? Is it not a very, very, very funny story for the police to come and say it, and say that they were armed robbers, they were caught with gun, they were caught with charms, they were caught with army ID card? These people, they were typical armed robbers. Police that I know so well in Nigeria will allow Matthew and his girlfriend to go home when they were released after a few days. When police allow armed robber they saw with a gun, they saw with all sorts of things, would they allow that person to go? No. But because they are now looking for a cover up, they have now found out that they will be exposed. Reason they came out with this kind of press statement. to cover up their mess, the mistake that they have done. So Nigerians, be very, very careful of policemen. If you want to live long, when you see police, they come to you, be calm. Be calm. Don't begin to batter words with them. If you begin to do all that, they will waste you. And I pity the poor mother. You can see how she's wailing, crying. And probably this boy is the one sustaining this woman. You can see an aged woman weeping and crying. Who is going to take care of this woman now? There is nobody to help her. There is nobody to give her food. But these police, they have just succeeded in cutting the life of this boy short and making this woman go through this kind of pain at this age. The Nigerian police, the way they treat human being, the way, they take citizens, I don't think this is the right thing the police are doing. When you get an information as a police, it's for you to do a thorough investigation. And if you want to carry out an operation, you did not say that this guy had a gun, he was trying to, do a battle with you. But what was the reason of shooting him? They don't have any reason for doing that. Only because he started exchanging words with them. They want to show that they are the boss. They want to show that that thing in their hand, they can use it at any time. And this is not the right thing to do. And this is not the way to treat citizens. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.